What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the live stream and welcome back to the channel. It's good to see everybody. Let's give it a minute to load up, make sure everything's good to go. What is going on? Been a long weekend, man. I'm telling you what, that thumbnail is for real. Oh, this thing sucks. I'm kind of afraid I broke this chair, I swear. Anyways, what's up, YouTube? My name's Dan. This is Neomustangs. It's my Foxbody Mustang channel. If you're just new to the channel, this is what we live stream on, usually every Sunday evening at around 8 o'clock. So I apologize for not letting people know earlier in advance that it was going live, but it was kind of a late decision or whatever. So what's up, Tim Webb? What's up, Larry? What's up, Carlos? It's good to see everybody. Gennaro. So, you know, we're going to be talking about setbacks. You know, I'm just going live to hang out with y'all, talk a little Mustang Foxbody tech. And as you can see in the background, we've got we had some setbacks this past weekend. So always something, isn't it? Always something. So what's up, Jason Fields, Dave Willis? What's going on? Jeff Spanky, Sparky Dunn. Tim Webb, how we doing? So, anyways, we had you know, some setbacks on multiple cars this past week, but you know, not much to, you know, that's going to keep us too far out of the game. Matter of fact, I got some good videos coming up this coming week with Dad's car, which you see right here on the left. And what's up, Sean Fisher? And we got some issues that we had a number of issues. We went to the dyno, as you guys know. Everybody's waiting for that dyno video that will be coming out this week. It's not a super long video, but it's to the point, and I think you guys will be pretty happy with that. But we got some, you know, we had some setbacks this past week, and we had to rectify them. I mean, I spent this whole weekend legitimately, you know, just grinding, just wrenching it up. I mean, I got my whole build table, and I mean, I got tools freaking everywhere. But spent about 20-25 hours this past weekend on getting Dad's car right so I could bring content to the channel and make everything right. So what's up, Paul? How we doing? Yeah, I think Brutal was live. I don't think, you know, that wasn't planned. You know, I know he tries to go live some Sundays too, and sometimes he joins me. So no big deal. I told you guys that, you know, and he told you the same thing. We don't do that on purpose. So, you know, if you want to join his chat or whatever, or join my chat, either way, it wasn't planned to be that way. So, you know, he was streaming a little bit earlier. I didn't see it, or I probably would have waited. So I do apologize, B. Anyways, what's going on, Rich? Jason Fields. So anyways, we had some setbacks this past week, and you know, I'm not gonna give them away, but I can tell you that, you know, when you're building a Foxbody, it's like, it's always something. It's like there's always a setback. There's one thing or the other. It's like, you know, as soon as you release it from stock form, and you start going from, like, you know, you start taking the exhaust. Say you take the exhaust off, right? Your cats or whatever, and your mufflers or whatever. It's always something. It's never just an easy build. So like you buy like an exhaust, you know, kit from like, you know, any Flowmaster, and for some reason the damn thing doesn't fit, and you know, the tail light, or the tailpipes are too long, or you know, it's hitting the axle. It's just always something. That's just a metaphor. I didn't buy an actual exhaust system. I'm just saying, you know, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I mean, you guys share your setbacks here in chat, and I'll throw them up here on the screen. And I'll share some more, you know, and as we go through the stream, I'll kind of give away some details about what's going on. I just got home from a setback. I just had a trailer rental money. Chose an 80. Here we go. So I need this right now. I just got home from a setback. I just lost trailer rental money chasing a 4i in Columbus that I did not match its profile. Man, I'll tell you what, and that's like one of the worst setbacks. Like, I'm gonna one up you on that one, my man. We were on our way to get ready to pick like a big pile of parts over in the west side of PA, and I had the guy, I had everything loaded, got halfway down the road earlier this morning, and this guy just like, hey, the other guy came up and showed up. I'm like, that's a setback right there. It's just, why wouldn't you tell me that before I left? It's ridiculous. Sad I lost the money, but happy I didn't buy a paperweight. There you go. Neil, my car is burning a tank of gas in 100 miles, and the car smells like unburnt fuel. When I hit the gas, I really bad. Also a check engine a few weeks back, and it shuts off a mile down the road after it comes on. Wow, that's a tough one, Gennaro. So, like, if you're burning that much fuel, then it's just dumping fuel. Then you might have a computer problem. You might have an O2 harness problem. I've seen O2 harnesses come apart. Check engine light. You need to run a KOEO or a KOER, like a key on, engine off, key engine off, whatever. What's up? What's happening, War Admiral, my man? I appreciate everybody that's in the green chat. Everybody that's in the green chat is my club members live chat. We're going to actually try that one time. There's actually a setting where I can, where we could have a live stream and public live stream where it's just us, us members of the channel. So we might do that sometime in the near future. Maybe not on the Sunday night, but like during the week or whatever, where it would just be, me and the members. But I mean, it would be public. It would be kind of cool. We can talk about some channel stuff and what we want to do with the memberships. You know what I mean? So that would be a really cool thing. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's the join button below. Me and Brutal both have the join button. It's the club membership, and it has it's a revolving every month thing. I don't care about talking about monetization. So it's just another piece of YouTube. So, but it's got its membership. It's got its perks. Early videos, discounted merch, free merch. Member only live chats. It's pretty cool stuff. And it supports the channels that you love. What's up, Handler Motorsports? Good to see everybody. I'm an SN guy, but don't get no love for pushrod lumps like pushrod lumps, huh? So, you mean pushrod lump? What do you mean by that? So we were talking about some of the setbacks. Like this past weekend, I had a fuel pump go bad. I've had a slipping clutch in one of my cars. Just all kind of shit. I mean, I was chasing a headlight harness. It ended up being a headlight harness, so I just skipped to what it was. But I was having a charging problem. I couldn't figure out why my car wasn't charging. And I kind of knew about 10 things in my head that it could have been. And I went through and, it's a setback. You just waste all this time. And you spend all this time on like your harnesses. Like when I go through all my harnesses, I like to go through them and, wrap them with convoluted and whatnot. But, when you gotta cut that stuff back, it's terrible because when you gotta actually cut that stuff back, it gets ridiculous because it's a setback by itself. You know what I mean? So, you end up having to rewrap and all that stuff. Doofy, thoughts on a ported Explorer intake, E7 heads, 327 gears, and a built AOD? Figured since aluminum heads are bound back order. Hey, all right, so ported E7s aren't really going to get you much. Guys, don't spend a lot of money on ported stuff with E7 and GT40 heads, guys. Just don't do it. Because the cast iron sucks to port to begin with. And I mean, unless you actually send them out to a reputable company that's got the template to do it, they're still going to charge you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You're not going to get a whole lot from it outside of maybe just cleaning out the exhaust ports themselves because they got that, the smog or whatever. But, it's going to be a great, as long as it runs good, what do you care? I mean, if it runs good, Doofy, just send it, man. Have fun with it. Don't worry about aluminum heads just yet. Jason Fields, I appreciate the $9.99 super chat. You've been one of my my most consistent, donators to the channel, man. I do appreciate the monitor, the money for the channel, man. I really do. I mean, you don't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that does that. Hello, Neil, my new Fox owner trying to learn the ropes. Love the channel, man. I appreciate it, man. I got a lot of how-to stuff out there, and that stuff's not going to get me 100,000 views. But, you know, maybe in time, maybe another day, you know, somebody, you know, the channel might continue to grow even when, you know, maybe I'm not doing as much content. But, you know, you can't, I try to put everything out on the channel that I know, and, you know, one thing at a time. It is what it is, but I do appreciate that, man. Somewhere down the road, I'd like to get a turbo. Yeah, hey, look, you can put turbo on a stock motor, man. Look up Project Hot Wheels on my channel, bro. You put a motor, you could put a turbo kit on a stock motor and go 10s. I mean, with the right tune, just a fresh rebuild. I did when I built Project Hot Wheels, I did not, you know, I did not port the intake, I did not port the heads, I didn't do any of that stuff. So, you know, we just spent all our money on time and our tune. I have an SN95 pushrod 3. Okay. BA, my T5 trans popped out a second sometimes, usually on hard downshifts. I think it's a synchro. It's probably a slider and the gear itself. When you get popping out of gear with T5s, guys, that's usually a slider and a gear problem. So there's engagement teeth on gears. There's a lot of them. And when they start to get ground down from bad synchros or synchros starting to wear out, it also wears down the slider at the same time, which clicks it into gear, because the slider and the engagement teeth, when the teeth actually engage together and lock the, you know, kind of lock the gear in place, you know, and the force keeps it together. But when both of those things start to wear down a lot, then they come out of gear easily. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably your problem, my man. You're probably going to need another gear, another slider, and probably a new synchro in that spot. What do you think of Patriot heads? Man, I ain't heard about Patriot heads in a long time, man. Patriot heads were good heads, man. Do they even still sell them, or you got a used set? Tell me that's not a new set, because I don't think I've seen those in years. BA, should I just fix ASAP? If you're gonna do a T5, you might as well just do it right. You know what I mean? Just, you know, get the gears, get the slider, get the synchros, get the rebuild kit, and just rebuild the damn thing. You'll be happy with it. I promise you. It's not even that hard. All you really need is a press. Outside of that, it's pretty much hand tools. 10 mil, ½ inch, you know, 15 millimeter, some gasket sealer, and, you know, a couple screwdrivers and a vise. I know it's a lot of stuff, but that's like normal shop stuff. Johnny Danger, I have an on-3 kit waiting for my block to get back. I wouldn't wait for nothing. I would just put it on and go. Wait, that other stuff can wait for the turbo kit. You know what I mean? Jimmer Will. I'm sick of salt. Man, I'm going to tell you what. Setbacks. Weather. Weather's probably one of the biggest setbacks ever. Hate weather. Hate it. I get so mad at it. Like, it was like 60 degrees for like a week, or like 4 days, 5 days down here in Ohio. Now it's like 20 degrees right now, and we got a bunch of snow. And I live right on a lake, so it sucks because the snow, you know, snow comes right off the lake and just kind of hammers us, and then we get salt everywhere, and then it's just like, man, I can't even test my cars when I fix them. So I get it, Jimmer. BA, makes sense. Guy had me second gear replaced in June last year, so I don't think well, I mean, if it's popping out of gear, it's got to be the slider and or the gear for sure. What up, Bruce? Yeah, I know Bruce live too. I didn't see him pop live. It didn't even show up on my notifications. So when I made the thumbnail and I set the StreamYard up for 8 o'clock, then I didn't see that he was live. Otherwise, I probably would have set it to like 8:30 or something. You know what I mean? Just to give him an extra. I think he's only usually on for about an hour or so. Sometimes he'll chat for 2, but it's all good, guys. Just like we tell you guys in stream, you could have them both live on your phone at the same time, or you could have them live on one, live on the other, or just, you know, it's okay to support both channels. It's okay. I am perfectly fine with that. Just get a TKX. Yeah, $3 grand. What's that? 89 GT5. I'm wondering if a stock valve covers will work with B31 cam. They will. You might have to take the baffle out of the oil fill, but they should fit without much problem. Salvador, fellas, I lost my keys. Can a locksmith? Yes. A good locksmith can come over and fix any of your keys and your doors right there in the driveway. Just did that to my engine, not trying to go through that. Bill Pace, how we doing, my man? Yeah, we got blasted with snow. That's right. Cousin Paul in the house. How we doing? Dan, we will start getting warmer tomorrow. Yeah, so we're supposed to be in like the 60s and whatever. So our weather, so like this whole channel, this whole live stream is basically about setbacks, and we'll talk about some of the setbacks on Dad's car without giving too much away. You know what I mean? I go through the trunk, bro. I don't know how many times I've had to go through the trunk. It's ridiculous. I don't want to hear it. It's ridiculous. So, like I said, we had quite a bit of setbacks. Like I had to, every time I would, one of the biggest setbacks I had was, every time I would put fuel in my dad's car, to do shit with it, like after about 5 or 6 gallons, it like would start leaking out the back. And like when you're building a Foxbody, this is like everything always goes wrong. It's just, you have to be patient with your car. And even with people, I mean, I think you guys seen my last video with the oil leak. Like that drove me insane because I'm like, I know better than this shit. What am I doing? Actually, what I probably did with that intake and that oil video, if you guys watch the oil video, the baffle vent video, whatever, just, man, let me tell you what, I swear I would have never put that intake on 9 out of 10 times. And the one time I did put that intake lower on, I must not have been paying attention to the baffle because I know better. I would have been like, oh, I got to put this on before I can put the motor together, right? Because I would have done that. It's always something. There's a setback on everything. And it just seems like this whole past week has been nothing but setbacks. You know what I mean? It's been nothing but setbacks. The baffle, the venting of the motor. But you know what? We got it apart. Me and cousin Paul and my cousin Fred, we got it apart. We busted it out, sealed it back up, and took it right to the dyno, and it had no problems. We had no leaks or whatever. So that definitely was the problem. I did start getting a little bit of a drip earlier last week too, but we ended up taking some other parts apart, the flywheel, and we ended up resealing because the clutch is just junk. Or was junk. What's up with the sock breather on your valve cover? I just unplugged my driver's side and going a longer hose to the passenger side to the EGR plate. I read online breathers would leak. Nah, my breathers don't leak at all. If your motor's venting and you have good rings, your motor shouldn't leak any oil out of your breathers. The sock there, now the steam that comes out in the air that does come out of your motor does have some oil condensation in it, especially with E85, but not enough to leak oil on anything. I mean, we've had them to where they leak a little bit, but that doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Bill Pace, I'm good, bro. Love watching you and Brew. Hey, man, I appreciate that. I'm sure he does too. Setbacks, back-ordered parts. Hey, so Donnie B is the manager at one of the managers, I think I can say that right, at Anderson Ford Motorsport, and he being one of the sales reps and stuff like that, I could only imagine how many things are on back order. Still have my normal PCV from my lower to my upper. Okay, so let me hit on that real quick too. The PCV, I don't know if you guys have ever taken your upper intake apart or throttle body or whatever and actually shine the light inside. If you ever get a chance to like look inside of a stock Foxbody like intake, I mean, even an Explorer one, if you're putting one on, look how freaking oil coated it is inside. Now that's usually from the PCV recirculation system. So when the PCV starts to go bad, they start sticking or whatever, then air just constantly goes back through the intake. It's usually getting, kind of recycled or, sucked back into the upper intake anyways. But, the intakes that have a failing baffle or a small baffle or don't have a baffle at all will literally throw oil into the intake and it'll smoke. And then people think their engine's bad. And when in all actuality, it was just a PCV system to begin with. You see what I mean? So one of the neat little tricks that you could actually do if you didn't want to do the PCV system, right? Say you just want to leave your PCV valve intact, working as is with the little screen, you could do that. One thing you could do is vent the breather on the driver's side, vent the breather on the passenger side, just put the breather on, plug the throttle body return hose and do the mod to the driver's side one, which should have been done anyways, and run a hose from the PCV up to where the return hose from the throttle body used to be. So your PCV could vent out of the same spot that your passenger valve cover would vent. You see what I mean? So that's one thing you could do as well. Venting your motor is huge. Now, should it be running in a catch can? Sure, but it is what it is. What's up, Fox Newbie? Good to see you, my man. Savannah James, how we doing? Shout out to Donnie B. Got me squared away on a supercharger. That's what I'm talking about, my dude. Or wait a minute, Savannah, I would imagine. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Whatever. You know I mean no disrespect. You know I mean no disrespect. So, oh yeah, I think my chat's running a little bit behind. So guys, bear with me. I don't think we got a frozen screen or anything, but it does take chat a little bit, a few seconds to kind of like 6 to 8 seconds, I think it is, to once you put something in. So Tino Santiago, do you run a catch can on the black GT? Nope. I run open breather on both valve covers and the rear PCV, just like I did my dad's on the black car, and I don't have any oil problems. The white car, 408, it's got one of my trick flow. It's got one of my trick flow and fitting / catch can builds. So, but I also rear vent the PCV like I do on all of them anyway. So the sock isn't there to catch oil. It's just there to catch anything in or out. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like a small little, just whatever. It looks kind of dumb, but it works. I like it. I like the schist. They're baffling. Hey, let me tell you what, baffling is everything, man. You'll suck oil up into your intake, and then your shit will smoke, right? I mean, if you're sucking oil into your intake, what's going to happen? It's going to go into the chamber to get burned. See what I mean? And then it's going to smoke. And you're going to be like, damn, I got bad rings or a bad motor. When all actuality, you should probably check your PCV system first before you did that. You know, before see if it stopped smoking. You see what I mean? What up, Irish Red? Fat Boy Fox in the house. How we doing? I use my wife's YouTube account. That's what I thought. Mike B. Let's see. What's going on, GS 462? Again, guys, I appreciate all the guys in the green. Those guys are my memberships, guys. So I encourage you, really, if you want to support the channel, hit that join button below and check it out, man. I have merch, but it's limited. My merch guy makes really good merch for me, but he's really busy all the time. So I don't like just make crappy merch that I want to sell. You know, it's got to be quality to me. You know what I mean? It's what I wear. It doesn't wear out, whatever. So we'll get to that. Food Stamp Fox. That's what's up, dog? Nice name, dude. Nice name. Appreciate it. What up, Ryan O'Shea? Good to see you. Hey, did you ever, Ryan, you're the one who won the 417 Fox thing. Did you ever get a hold of him? What's up, Bama 5-0? You always called those filter condoms. We always called those filter condoms. Hey, whatever keeps it off the stuff. Yeah, so he also has decals too. So what we have going on, is he's got, dude, I got a bunch of really cool decals that me and him made, and they're all vinyl. They're not cheap shit. You know, I'm not gonna sell. You know, if I make $1 on it, whatever. I'm not gonna sell something cheap that the sticker falls off or whatever. But I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. What's up, B? It's good to see you, my man. I didn't mean to go. You know what? It didn't show any notification, B. Did not show any notification. I would have seen you go live 30 minutes ago. I would have changed my live stream to 8:30. You know, I'd have texted you, say, hey, what time do you think you might be done? Because it definitely wasn't on purpose to run on top of your live stream, my dude. You know, we always try to steer clear of that, but sometimes it happens, and I did not see it. There was no notification, man. Which brings me to notifications. I do want to talk about this because I think I can speak for a lot of the content creators out there too. There's a setting on YouTube that, the bell for notification gives you notifications of when people go live or do a video. For the most part, it works, right? But your phone will block it. So a lot of us watch our shit on phones. I know I do. So if your YouTube setting or your YouTube app says, that you're blocking notifications from the YouTube app or the YouTube app studio, then that's where the communication happens. So I wanted to explain that to you, that notifications can still happen with YouTube. You just have to turn them on your phone, because you probably got them turned off because you don't want to be bothered on your phone most of the time, right? So I did want to speak for, you know, the masses that probably, you know, wondering why their notifications and their videos or lives aren't popping up on some people's, like, you know, phones or whatever. So that's probably why. When are the decals coming out? Probably very, very soon. Yeah. Yo, I'm mad about Gunmetal Celine SC wheels. They only come in 18 and Mickey Tom. Man, 18s are sick on a Foxbody. That's all right, B. You're welcome to join me on this chat if you want. Just holla. Send me a text if you want to jump in. I mean, I ain't got much to talk about but setbacks. I mean, you see me behind me. This car shouldn't be on the lift, but it is. Setbacks, weather, quick time bell housing, and I'm not adjusting my pivot stud correctly the first time. Yeah. I actually have the T56 adjustment nut size, like how it's like 1.25 inches from the case for the T56 for the adjustment. Remember, I had to buy that because it puts the fork in like the exact position, you know, like perpendicular or whatever. So, what up, Stangman 78? So, yeah. Give me 1 second, folks. Oh, all right. Setbacks are real, man. I bet you that how much back order? You got back order on transmissions handling? Oops. I want the Mickey Thompson tires though. Foxcast Media said they were best for stick. So I actually just made a deal with with actually a subscriber of mine. He's actually one of the Summit. Anyways, I ended up getting a set of Nitto. Is that like 55 R2s or something? I think those are street drag radials because I'm gonna put them on the black car because I'm just hopping all over the street, man. What's up, Dan? Got a rear main oil seal, changed rear main 2 times, sealed, thread sealant the flywheel bolts, and it won't leak. It won't leak when running, only when sitting. So you probably need to put a sleeve on the back of your crank. Those are pretty common. You can get them over at the parts store, and it comes with this big cup-looking thing. You know, you grease it up a little bit, and you tap it onto the back of the crank, and then put a new seal in. Do that. Make sure you seal it, guys. You got to thread sealant your flywheel bolts. You got to thread seal them because you'll get oil pushed through the flywheel bolts. So let me catch up here. My setback on my coupe has had person do body work and basically stole my money. And like Cervini's hood, they stole your money and your parts? Damn. What's up, Smurfit? Sure do. 327 units are on back order and just about every single QuickTime board. Those Nittles are what I was thinking of trying. You talking about the 55 R2s? I heard they were good. I always ran the Mickey's, the Mickey Thompson Street Drag Radial Extremes or whatever, but they were like on back order for another month. So my buddy's like, dude, I can get the Nittos right now. You want to try those? Because we got the 300 treadwear Nittos from LMR that come with the wheels, but like you could feel when my black car starts stepping in the boost, bro. You could feel the tires ball up. You could just feel them. You know what I'm saying? So spinning ain't winning, man. I'm not trying to hit a ditch, bro. LMR took 10-inch wheel salines completely off the page. Wow. B, if you're still on, I sent you an email. Was hoping I could get a clutch swap in my 86 this weekend, but surprise, Ohio, you got to work outside, don't you? That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. How long have you been united with Foxbodies? How long have you been united? What do you mean? How long have you been messing with them? What's up, Kent Loveless? Good to see you, my man. Another club member. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you.
What up?
What up?
Hey.
What are you doing, dude? What is that?
Hey, don't worry about that.
What are you wearing right now?
What?
Tell me that's your not your sand blocking shirt. I'm just kidding. That looks pretty tight.
You know you like it. You comment every time I wear it.
What? That's the first time I've seen you wear that.
No. I wore it one other time.
It does look like a throw rug.
Whatever, bro. You tripping.
Dude, I think it looks good, man. I'm just kidding with you.
Let me get the chat pulled up so I can read it.
What is that? That does look pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty dope.
Are you
Hey, man, why does your car look better in the background?
Because I got an LED light shining on it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, bro, I think it's more than the LED light.
Yeah. It's that and some wax. Make sure it look clean before I go live. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Your car is in project status.
Yeah, I know. Under construction. I love it.
You should put that.
I should put an under construction decal on it.
I should be on one of your thumbnails.
Yeah, there we go.
Strap right across the side of it.
Let me turn this down. Hold on. I'm figuring this out, guys. Chill out.
My man has been in it. What kind of degrees is it there?
All right, here we go.
What kind of weather is it there? You said give you a
okay, that's not going to work because there's a delay.
Is it that bad?
All right, that's not going to work.
Has anybody ever put a 351 in a Ranger? No, that's pretty tough to do. I think the strut towers are too close.
That is pretty tight fit for sure. I think it can be done, but it's tight.
Yeah, it's tight. Let me tell you what, them old Mustangs, like the one you're working on right now, ain't got very much clearance to begin with either.
Oh, you talking about the 60, like the 65?
Yup.
No clearance. You can put a 351 in them, but it's tight.
Man, it's way small. I mean, it's definitely smaller than a Foxbody for sure.
Oh, definitely. Like way.
Oh wait, we got James Salter says he can't see the Pony 17's cat. He mad. Them wheels though. Uh-oh. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Those are really nice.
They are all right. We are in the bodywork phase of everything right now. There you go.
Oh, I see it. I see that ding from your video.
Yeah.
They weren't terrible though.
No, not too bad. Yeah, there we go. If I can still see. So let's see. I seen a 355 Rocket in a Ranger. It was tight. Can you imagine a 355 Rocket in a Ranger?
Wait, a Rocket? You talking about like an Oldsmobile?
Rocket Olds, baby.
Bruh, how'd I know that?
Let's see.
Pretty old, man. One stock cam on YouTube has a 351 in a Ranger with twins. Whew. Boy,
wow.
What did he have to do? Wow.
So let's see. So I need some dreadlocks, apparently.
Well, somebody said you needed a sombrero.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not the one who said it would look like a throw rug, by the way.
Didn't they put a 460 in the 60s Mustang?
Yeah.
No, not in the 60s. They started the 460, I think, in 71, 70.
Right.
So, yeah. I know in 71 through 73, they did 429s in those.
Oh, man, you need to go relax and sit back on your couch, bro.
No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Where are you at?
Chilling.
You just sit on the floor?
Rocket meant nothing except for a 4-barrel. I know, right?
It's one stock cam. So, yeah, we were talking about setbacks, dude. I had so many setbacks, especially with my intake, the intake last week. And this thing behind me, I mean, there's a reason why. You know what? There we go. There's a reason why. Does that look better?
Yeah, that was good.
There's a reason why that thing's sitting on the lip, bro. And if you look over here, I got two. Cousin Paul's gonna come in tomorrow and be like, where'd all the damn wrenches go? Like, you're over here in a pile. What we got here? Anyone running a Big Dog Stage 2 ported Explorer intake? If so, are you unhappy? I don't even know who Big Dog is. Is that a famous
I'm not familiar with Big Dog. I know, well, don't think Jokers. They just do superchargers and stuff. I think. I'm not familiar with them either.
I've seen mod motors and Rangers before. That's a top heavy motor too. That's a wide motor.
So you're talking about setbacks, right? Is that what everybody's talking about?
That's what I was talking about. I was getting into the I was just about to start getting into give away some of my video shit, but
yeah. Yeah, well, I can talk to you about setbacks.
Let's get it.
So I think, the biggest issue is whatever setback you have to literally just stop and take a freaking breath for a minute and think about how you're going to address that setback, right? That's something that we've talked about before, but like setbacks are going to happen. You just have to have a game plan to know how to address it, how you're going to attack it. Because I mean, a setback can destroy a build. It can destroy your state of mind, your freaking passion, everything. So just know that everybody's going to have setbacks. I mean, look, Neo, how long have you been doing this?
25 years.
Still have setbacks, right?
Yeah.
I still have setbacks every day. Every day.
Every day. I mean, and it's something that you just got to kind of dig through. You know what I mean? You got to grind through it. Like this weekend, man, I probably put 20 hours on Pop's car.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. Well, I would say 20, probably about 15. And that's a lot on Saturday and Sunday,
It is. Well, the Calypso is a good example of a setback. We grinded it out for Ford Takeover last year. We got this engine in the car. We got it tuned. We thought everything was going to work out. And then the C4 craps out on me, right? So we have transmission issues. So we fixed that. We put a TKX in it. Now we have a clutch issue. Now we have a fuel issue. It's one thing after another. I don't know what to say about setbacks other than they're just going to happen.
Yeah, you have to take brayful rides. You have to take a breath because if you dive in and try to fix it and mess it up again, and then you could permanently damage something. I sold a car because of that. Oh, Jesus.
Dude, it's
some of them are just cursed, man,
Yeah. And it's so true, man, because we've all done that. I talked years ago, I used to talk about time pressure a lot. Don't put time pressure on yourself. It doesn't exist. Well, we know it actually exists in the real world, sure. But we put this time pressure on us to get a build done in time for an event. Like it's the end of the freaking world. Like our lives depend on it. And it doesn't. We have to realize that you can push hard up to a certain point, but at some point you've got to just say, okay, I'm not going to make it to the event. The car's not going to be ready, and it is what it is. If, just like he's saying, if you push too hard, you can mess something up worse. And it's not just with your car, man. You got to think about your household or your job or whatever, man. This shit can affect everything in your life if you let it.
Yep, everything, your mood, your money, your relationship with your kids and your wife or a girlfriend or family.
If you're a Chevrolet owner, your boyfriend, right?
I knew that was coming. Why I know that was coming, bro?
You were already laughing before I said it.
Yeah. He's stupid. I love it. Current setback I do. I want to use these GT40 heads or sell them. If they're all built up or whatever, you can get a pretty good penny for either one of the GT40 heads because you guys, the GT40 shit is just starting to disappear. I mean, it's just, with the cash for clunkers and the fact that they're just aging out. The Explorers were made more in a 4.0 V6 than they were in a V8. So it wasn't like a build that had to be ordered. You know what I mean? So, what's out there is out there. And GT40 is definitely a very good step in the right direction when, budget minded.
It is. Well, we can talk about Andrew's little car, stock bottom end GT40, 3-bar heads, hand ported at home.
Cast iron is miserable to port.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very hard to do. But, carburetor intake, 150 shot of gas, that freaking thing moves, man. That car moves. There's nothing wrong with a GT40 head. It all depends on what you're trying to do. If you're telling me that you want to make 400 horsepower, then no. The GT40 head's not going to get you there. It all depends on what you want to do. I think that they're great heads for an everyday street car.
That's right.
I just do.
That's right. I'd have to agree with that for sure. You guys are always speaking the truth. I appreciate that, Jason. I appreciate that. We don't BS around the bush, man. I mean, when we get together and we talk on the phone, it ain't much different than the way we talk. I mean, a little bit, but
just a little bit. We got to keep it at least rated R here.
Get some TikTok up in here,
man, bro. Hey guys, check it out. Oh, I'm about to put you on blast, bro. Neo needs to do a TikTok. He needs to create a TikTok. Tell him.
Hey, man.
Tell him, guys. This dude is funny as hell, and I'm trying to get him on TikTok.
Oh, man. I be messing with those filters, bro. Oh,
That dude's funny, man. I'm telling you. Neo needs a TikTok. Or at least do some Instagram lives or something, or some shorts.
Do we
So
patience and planning is everything. Man, let me tell you what, War Admiral too, if there's anybody that probably had to deal with setbacks and with money and time and customizing, it's probably that dude right there. Him and that Foxy Brown build. Did you ever see that Foxy Brown build that was I think it's on Instagram. Did you ever see that car, that brown one?
I don't know. I don't know if I did or not. I don't think so.
Dude, that car is it'll probably be at Ford Takeover, I would imagine. But that car, you got to look that car over, B, if you get a chance.
Yeah, I will. I'll check it out.
Seamless molding all the way around the car. Like there's no winter trim. It's
like no window trim and things like that.
Yeah. Doing some stuff like that, I mean, that takes a lot of time. And you know what I mean?
So we've got setback by months. So Smurfit says, hashtag truth, between life, money, space, and weather, we've all got setback by months. And it's true, man. I say this all the time, and I'm not going to stop saying it. It's just going to be the way that it is. All of your problems are right here. Neo, tell them. All of your issues that you're having, how it affects you is all mental. It's a mental game. That's what life is. At some point, you have to win that battle. You have to stop letting this up here control your heart. I'm telling you now, look, shit is going to go wrong. It's a matter of how bad does it affect you? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. Don't let it kill you, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this past weekend, just for an example. I mean, I had three major setbacks, and me and cousin Paul had to prep for the weekend. And I already knew I had a mental idea. I'm like, I gotta get that ordered. I gotta have that. I gotta have that. I gotta have that. I gotta have that. I just went out there and I got in the ring and I knocked it out. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You know what? Because you guys motivate me as a community, and I'm always trying to keep up with Brutal. I mean, his stuff's on fire. It's been on fire for 20,000 subscribers, and we're trying to always push good content. That's remarkable for the Foxbody community. You know what I mean? And we're always trying to inspire.
Yes. I mentioned this in my live stream earlier. Man, inspiring people, like there's a fine line, but I like to know when I inspire people, because in turn, it inspires me. It keeps the content flowing. Mm-hmm. And I've noticed that has been my favorite part of doing YouTube, is grinding it out and showing people that they can do shit and inspiring them.
Right.
Like we talk on the phone all the time. We say this all the time, but we're constantly trying to innovate, come up with new stuff. It's not easy. I promise you, if you think coming up with new Foxbody content is easy, you are wrong. There's always content.
It's all been done, I mean, for the most part, but us putting our own twist on it might shine the highlight. You know what I mean? We talk about that all the time.
Yeah, we do. Well, it's not that we don't have content. We have content, but you don't want to see me do what I actually do out here in the shop every day. You don't want to see that. And there's always something going on, but I have to mix it up. What I am going to start doing though is some more talking videos. I love those where I get to share my experiences and my thoughts and how things make me feel. And those are easy videos to make, and you guys seem to like them a lot. I'm trying to get Neo to do some more of those.
Well, we're going to, I got a video. It's going to be fire, bro. It's literally 60 seconds on how to put a 3G alternator on a car. I went from start to finish. I'm like, 3G alternator conversion, in 60 seconds. And I was like, bing, 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 bing. You know what? It's going to be a 1 minute video. It doesn't saturate the community.
I like it because look, we'll get to BA here in just a second. But that's exactly what people are looking for. Look, I have to research stuff too. I get a new part in. Me and Andrew are sitting here looking at each other crazy. Like, do you know how to put this on? No, I don't either. Look it up real quick. So we look it up. We're sitting in the garage, in the shop, and we got this thing pulled up, and it's a 20-minute video on how to wire a 3G alternator. Dude, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm telling you now, you're on to something if you can do that. And I think it's worth going back through doing other little things like that as well. So not just the 3G alternator, but anything else. As quickly as you can edit it to get your point across, I'd watch the shit out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it literally says Foxbody Mustang, 94 Mustang alternator, 10 feet of 4-gauge. That's all I did. I was just like, hey, ain't none of the content creators going to be mad at me because all I did was.
What just happened? Did your stream just fall? Am I still up? Let's see. Okay, so Neo is down right now. So maybe he can get that figured out. So BA. Oh Lord, what just happened?
Frozen for a second. We good? We back at it.
Yep. Okay, so what happened here? I don't know.
We good?
Yeah, I'm good. My computer just died, so whatever. I can read some of the comments from here.
Now we're good. That happens sometimes. This weather, when the weather starts getting warmer, it's not as bad. But when it gets cold, man, it just at least once or twice every stream, it's always freezes me for about 30. You know what I mean? But it always comes back. I haven't had one disconnect on me in 6 months.
Yeah, I get on here and then that happens. All right.
So
let's answer BA.
Yeah, he said, does compression ratio not change much? I have a B303 cam, ported P heads, and an Explorer intake with hyper piston, stock crank, stock or piston rods. No, not at all, actually. Well, depends on the CC. I mean, it depends on the heads, of course, if they've been shaved or whatever. But a stock GT40 head's not much different than an E7, correct? Right, that's right. Well, the P heads is actually like a 57, so they are about 5 cc smaller, but you're only looking at maybe 0.1, 0.2 in compression ratio, so like 5, 9.7 or whatever. But I always like the way the P heads, the way they explain, the way they burn. You know what I mean? They change the angle, whatever. That's what the whole design was about. But of course, it sucks for headers.
Yeah, I hate the header situation, and I hate the little short Excel plugs. They work, but I just don't like that brand plug.
I definitely been inspired by you guys. I bought a Foxbody, and I enjoy going out there and learning. That's right, man. I mean, and that's what it's all about. We've been doing this for so long. This is just, we could cook a video up and,
Yeah, man. We want to inspire you guys. We truly do. There's nothing better than knowing that you helped somebody. I'm telling you now, and you guys can do it as well. You don't have to have a YouTube channel. You don't have to, be on TV or anything like that. You can inspire people, and that's one of the best things that you can give someone.
Yeah, there's another one, GS462, the 940, the 94 Mustang one was always my go-to. It's a little bit larger than the cases that I like to work with, but it works, and I always get a lifetime warranty at the parts store, so in case I blow that shit up, I don't really worry about it. So,
in case it catches on fire.
Catch that shit on fire, man. I'll be spending the crap out of it. Got a non-HO 5.0 in my Cougar. You should probably throw that away. I mean, would you recommend finding an E7 to go straight 40s?
Go straight to GT40s.
Go right to 40s and help yourself out. I'm just kidding, by the way.
Yo, I can tell you another good upgrade. That's a non-roller block.
Non-HO, so that would be a cast piston block.
Yeah. So something that you could do now, it's fairly costly, but it's what we were talking about earlier. You could, since you have the intake off, if you wanted to put a cam in it, you can put the retrofit lifters in there and drop whatever cam you want to in it. So that's an option.
That's right.
You can go roller. Matter of fact, Anderson Ford Motorsports sells the lifters for like I want to say they're less than $400 for.
Are you talking about link bars?
Yeah, those are the cheapest ones that I found actually.
Link bars aren't cheap. I mean, even the cheapest ones are like $400.
These were like $380 something. So that's a good
option. The
Morels
are the best ones. That's what I got. I got hydro link bars in my black car. They're the Morels. I got hydro link bars in the 408 too, but they're the.
What is that, a non-roller block?
It was when I built the 351 stock bottom end years ago, because that's what I started with. And it was in the black car. We ended up bending a rod with one of the football rods. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And freaking, I thought it was the right van. It came out of an E350, right? It was just sitting in a junkyard. So when I pulled it out, it was a non-roller, and it was like the year before, because I think '94 it's changed. So I was like, F it, man. we're just gonna drill holes into the cam. You know what I mean? The cam lobes. And that just ended up being a bad idea. So my guy Dave, the guy who tunes with me, he's like, just put link bar lifters in there. And I'm like, he's like, it'll be better anyway. And I'm like, okay. So we just converted a non-roller 351 to pretty much a roller.
So that's the exact problem that I'm going through right now. You can put the spider in there, you can put the stock lifters in there, but you got to run a small base circle cam. Or either you run the risk of losing oil pressure and your freaking lifter jumping out of the lifter bore and everything else. So I'm thinking about going link bar for the same reason that you're talking about, because for right now they would be in a non-roller 302, but that would allow me to pick up a non-roller 351 and just drop those straight in there and be able to use them as well. So
the biggest thing that we did on that block was, and probably the most important mod, was decking the block. That block was so freaking warped and it wasn't even on a high mileage car. I mean, the van had 150K, so whatever. It was higher mileage, but
it had a rough 150K.
It must have. I mean, it had a good bore in it and whatever. But I mean, when we started blocking that block up to kind of measure it, it was like 10,000s higher on one side, and both sides were warped. So we ended up
really
out of it. Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, what am I doing?
I actually just got mine back from the machine shop. And,
did you deck it?
No, it was good. He checked everything. He said
straight.
Yep. Well, it had already had some work done to it, so it probably was decked at some point recently. I
got a great idea for content for you guys in collaboration project. You two meet up in the same place here in Ohio. But man, he ain't coming to Ohio. he don't even know that's on the map. Rock, my bad.
Where's Ohio at?
On the other side of the hill.
Is that near Georgia?
No, but we're going to be doing at Fort Takeover. He got some ideas for like a new intro that we're going to probably do. Me, him, and I don't know, maybe Foxcast. We'll see. But it'll be some pretty fire shit. It was what we were talking about earlier.
No, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, you'll get to see Neo all jacked up on batshit coffee or whatever it is you drink.
Batshit coffee.
Whatever that super high dollar stuff is he drinks.
It's not super high dollar, man.
Yeah, I bet you got a cup sitting there now, don't you?
Nah, just water. Hey man, that 1 hour. Like I woke up this morning, I'm like, the hell is it 9:30? And I was like, there's no way it's 9 o'clock. I was like, I get up at like 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought I was behind.
Dude, I was up this morning at 4:50, and I was like, damn. You know, I mean, it was still dark like it always is. Yeah. But on the way to work, I'm like, why is it still pitch black? Right. It took a while, man. It was rough, but it was nice coming home today, though.
These guys.
You know, some people have to work, Neo.
Get out of here, man. I worked all weekend.
You played, man. You played with your toys.
So?
How many times you heard that?
My bad. Man, my bad. So, we got, you want me to ship that box out tomorrow, huh?
Hey, we need to talk tonight after the stream.
You holding out now?
No, I just
these guys don't know yet.
No, I know they don't. But we do need to talk. There's a couple things I want to run by you before we do that. Some things have come up, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll talk.
Okay. Death Wish Coffee, it ain't that one. All right, so Sean Chase, I appreciate the $10 super chat. We can talk about monetization a little bit. Any of you guys, if you want to support the channel, anything that I get tonight will be shared with Brutal. We've done that multiple times now, so it's pretty easy. Right after the stream, I send him his portion of it. So monetization is something that happens in the channel that I'm not afraid to talk about. He's got a join button. I got a join button. We got club memberships. It's really cool to support the channel, to bring stuff like this content that we bring to you. You know what I mean? And that rescue fox back there. So,
yep.
You know, anytime you guys super chat, super sticker us in live chat, whether it's $2 or $200, it don't matter.
That's right.
I share that with him. So I'm not afraid to talk about shit like that.
So
anyway,
what was the question about an FMU on a 94?
Where's he at? Is it up more? I
The
didn't
guy
see
who
it.
just sent the super chat.
Oh, come on, Dan. Can I run an FMU on a 94 GT with a supercharger? Yes. So the 19-pound injector, the 19-pound injector, Sean, is, you know, it will definitely work. FMU will get you down the road. It'll get your shit hooked up. It'll get your supercharger hooked up. It'll get your turbo system hooked up. It'll make it so your car can go through a series of upgrades to help before you go Terminator X, or you know what I mean? Like this is for more of the stock bottom end, you know, head cam intake guys.
Yep.
Not so much the aftermarket. You know, if you can afford a freaking aftermarket block, you need to afford a new fuel system. You know what I mean? And a tuning center. So, you know, because you know that's not cheap. But the thing of the matter is you can.
I can't afford a fuel system, bro.
Get out of here, bro.
I feel attacked. I feel personally attacked.
you got that LMR top dollar one. It was like $1,500.
No, I've got to get another one. So yeah, you know, my dad's car has an FMU on it as well, and man, that car's been running for 15 years now, like that, and it does great. It does great. You know, how about this? Would you agree? Because I've actually never owned an FMU car. My dad's car is, and I've driven it plenty of times. But you need to have your tune. Your tune needs to be kind of on before the FMU works. Like it's only going to amplify what is already there. So if your tune is all jacked up and off, then the FMU is not going to do a whole lot. All it can do is add more fuel. Well,
I mean, the one thing it can do, especially for stock bottom end cars and 30 overs, is it can get your shit running.
Yeah,
you know, it'll get your stuff running. You keep the 19s in your stock math. You put the FMU on there. It'll get it running to where you can do the coolant system. You can get the motor broken. You get the transmission broken, whatever, and you can slowly do upgrades while you drive your car. You know what I mean? Then it's time. You know, then it's time for a tune, and you know whether it be with A9L and binary editor, which you know, everybody knows it's not very easy. And, you know, Terminator X, or taking it to the, you know, at that point, taking it to the dyno shop. So you could actually get your fuel pump system in, and the FMU still be there and drive it, test it, make sure it works, blah, blah, blah. You know, get the injectors in, you know.
Yeah, it's just, I guess what I want to remind people that maybe aren't familiar with it is you get no tuning capabilities out of it. So you don't get that portion of like a quarter horse or anything like that. It's simply just there. It's a manual deal, and it works off a vacuum.
That LMR setup for the fuel is a joke, in my opinion. Well,
so I got that kit from LMR. They sent it to me to try out. The system is great. And I'm going to tell you why it's great for what it is. It's great because it is freaking plug and play. Neo has done this a lot, and I know a lot of you guys have as well. Finding the correct AN fittings, the right, you know, do you need 90 degrees? Is it 8 AN? It sucks, right? And you have to cut your own line and poke your freaking fingers and bleed out all over the place. So for what it is, that system works good. Is it costly? Yes, but you're paying for the convenience. I personally need more fuel. My tank will not accept a dual hat stock, so I can use. All right, so let me back up here. We will be probably putting an 03 Cobra style tank with a A1000 drop in my car. I will be using all of the stock lines, or all of the lines that came in that LMR kit. So my point in telling you guys this is the kit works. It's just only going to take you so far.
That's right.
You're limited by your tank.
Yeah. What's up, Lamar Richardson? Good to see you, my man. I'm glad you dropped in. Got another channel member in the house.
What's up, Lamar?
So, what do you? What was I going to talk about with Ford Takeover? I completely forgot. Oh, if you guys don't know what Ford Takeover is, it's Caleb's doing an event in Tennessee. This is the 6th year in a row. June 11th, 12th. Like I said, he doesn't like ask me or pay me to say any of that. You know, this is obviously just a respect thing with the Foxbody community. So if you get a chance, you know, to pop in Tennessee, that'd be the time. You know, me and B are going to be there. Cousin Paul's going to be there, of course, you know, from us. And then, of course, Foxcast and a number of vendors that we are sponsored by. So lots of people will be there. Lots of people.
Absolutely. And, you know, I'll say this, you know, feel free to, if you see me there, just walk up, or Neo. I'm sure you feel the same way. We were there together last year. You know, walk up and talk. But I guess I kind of want to say also at the same time, you know that our time is very limited. So we want to try to talk to everybody. So, you know, kind of keep it brief and let everybody kind of get a chance to talk. But that's the best part of going, is being able to see everybody and talk to everybody. Right. So, like I said, feel free to come up and talk. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, we always, you know, we're always open for that. I mean, I usually lose my voice when I went down there, and I was only there a day and a half. I actually missed the dyno that Friday. I mean, I lost my voice before the end of the. I fully expect that to happen again. I talked to so many people, and we had such a great time. You know, just joking around. But can you tell me what gadget you were siphoning the coolant out of the intake? Actually, it was a water. It was one of them drill water things you get over at Home Depot, and I just put a couple of water connections on it, and then I made like little things that I can siphon coolant, and I put transmission fluid in with it. I use gear lube. I don't know. I use it all. It's pretty cool gadget.
Those things, they have those down there at the O'Reilly. I actually saw it tonight and I almost picked it up. I've been
water thingy, you know, you just put on a drill. It's just water pump. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a drill rated pump.
It's just a drill pump. I mean, it's so good, man.
That's what it's called, is a drill pump.
Yeah, it's so good. What's up, 1099 Tony? Ain't seen you in a while. Actually, 1099 Tony had just switched over to Coyote swap. So I do have that. Oh, I wanted to show him. I do have that AOD shifter. He was asking me, if you guys don't know him, 1099 Tony's on some of my videos with that beautiful two-tone car, and he races over at Thompson with me. But I got that AOD shifter if you need it. The 6R80 for the 6R80, because I think they use this or can use it or whatever. Oh, no, I'm not a Coyote swap. I probably never will. If I did anything, bro, if I spent that much money, I would just get a Godzilla. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We were talking about that on the live stream earlier. I'm just a swap guy. You know, and I know that's boring. I know that pisses a lot of people off, but I'm just not into it. You know, I have a lot of people ask, oh, what are your thoughts about this swap and that swap? I mean, I'm more impressed whenever I see you with your pushrod engine.
Right.
And I'm just going to be honest with you, it's cool. Please don't think that I'm throwing shade at anybody. It's not that. It's just, it's cool. It's just not my thing, and I'm just probably not the guy to ask. Would I own one? Hell yeah, I would. I just don't want to have to pay somebody or either do it myself. Like, I would do either one, but I would take one for sure.
What do you think about the 2-bar Marine GT40 heads? They're pretty much no different than the only thing that's different is I think they have brass inserts and brass. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
So I think that's I've had a couple sets of those. They're just boat Marine. They're the same damn thing. They just got brass shit for the saltwater. Brutal. Holly has a 525 in-tank fuel pump for Foxbodies. Has anyone ever used that?
I've not used it. Is that the Hellcat pump?
That's what I think it is. When I remember I said something on the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, "You getting a Hellcat pump?" And you were like, "What?" I was like, "I didn't Hellcat anything, bro."
What size it was? I thought it was like a 475 or something. But I don't know, man. What do you think that'd be enough fuel?
I think a 450, a 525 would be enough fuel in tank, but as long as it was wired. For the things that we were talking about last week, and around 10 or 12 pounds, I think it would be okay. I think it would be okay.
I mean,
it's a pump, man. Shit.
Well, okay, so let's just do this right here, right? The people that are watching, and I'll ask Neo's opinion as well for content purposes. Should we try that first before we go to a $1,500 Cobra tank?
Yes. Let me tell you why. Well, there's content in both of that, to be honest with you. And I'm not just talking about YouTube. There's content in just knowing how to do that new mod. Because now, if it's a 525 pump, I guarantee it's probably too big for the hanger. So, or it's got to have some sort of modification on the hanger. That's going to have to be a big pump. I mean, I would imagine it's pretty round and probably barely fits in the hole with the baffle or whatever. But the Cobra tank also is definitely a good content thing, because as many people have eyes on your channel, like people talk about that, the top hat, the dual pump, triple pump, whatever, putting it in a Foxbody. I don't think I've seen anybody do any of that content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So either one of them is a win-win,
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I mean, I know that would be enough fuel for probably 10 pounds. I'm sure it would be for 10 pounds, but
525, yeah.
We want to go past that. Donnie B's in the house.
Hey, Steven, same issue, 525 versus single tank pump. The module line is too small to move a large volume of fuel. You'd have to modify the hat to accept the Dash 8, and that's not terrible. So, Donnie B, what do you think? I mean, you're around this stuff every day. You live and breathe this Foxbody and this Mustang and high performance every day. You think it would be better for the channel and better for Calypso and better for content if we just went to was that dual hat, triple hat system, or is that called a Cobra tank, right?
Well, the Cobra tank that I'm looking at is LMR actually has it, but it's just a Cobra tank with an A1000 drop in. So that's good, 1,500 horsepower there.
Right.
So that's what I was looking at versus like a Hellcat pump. This is the thing, though. I'm not going to take the time to modify this fuel hat. I just know me. I'm not going to do it. What I wish was somebody I could get my hands, and it can be done on like a universal hat that I could just cut the top of the tank out and put what I want to put in it. I would do that actually, but I don't want to have to modify.
Well, here, we got somebody here. I'm running that pump Holly 525. Did you have to modify your hanger? That's a question I'd like to hear from you, Cameron. That's kind of the question at hand right now.
I'm pretty sure you probably have to cut the bottom of it out and then just probably hose clamp it to the cage.
That's not that big of a deal, though.
No.
I mean, I would imagine that the 340 was big, and that was almost too fat to put in the hanger. And then, I mean, shit, I thought I had one here. Oh, you know what? I just put it in that. Anyway, gave that shit away.
Let's see. These are Andrew's old pumps. These are small 340s, though. I think that's a 340. Feel pretty sure.
What's the number on it?
Tiny.
That's small.
Yeah, but I'm almost positive that this is a 340. But damn, it's tiny. That's what was like these two pumps right here were what made 700 to the wheels on his truck.
Why'd you take them out?
I didn't. He took them out because he thought that they were bad.
Well, why don't you put those in the Calypso with the double hat?
Well, to do a double hat, I got to go to a damn Cobra tank. And
how much is the tank? Does it come with the hanger, or just empty pumps?
On 3 sells the tank and the hanger. They have On 3 has a really nice triple or double hat, but dude, you're still looking at $1,000 between all that shit. And I'm like, at that point, I could.
Did you do the wiring upgrade yet in Calypso?
Yes, man. I tell you this every time. I get in trouble every time.
Oh shit. So Mustang, hold on a second, Donnie B. What's the wiring upgrade? Mustang guy 6501. The wiring upgrade is, I gotta feed your beast. That would be actually a good video, maybe for Here Brutal side of it too. But the wiring upgrade, we actually just did this past week, and I kind of already gave it away. But we run 10 gauge straight to the pump, straight from the battery source, fused. So the problem with factory Foxbody wiring, first of all, the Foxbody's factory pump is what, 85? So it's really low to begin with. So when you start upgrading these pumps, and you go to like, remember back in the day, B, it was like, all hell broke loose when it was 195 came out. and a 225 and then 255s back in the 90s. And it started working their way up. You know, you got to the 340s somewhere 2008, 2010. Now it's 450s, 520. Anyways, technology's been there. Long story short, if you can't feed the pump a good amperage, it's not going to pump efficiently. You see what I mean? It's got to see, you know, it's got to see its voltage, because it's going to pump some fuel if it's gotten its voltage. Well, so the wiring stuff is always. Go ahead.
You can relate it to any of you guys that are into systems. I mean, you have to run a bigger gauge wire for a bigger amp. That's essentially a bigger amplifier. So I mean, that way it makes sense.
You two should build a Project Fox together, little by little, kind of share some. Actually, probably what should happen is, you know, he would find a shell or whatever like he's doing behind him, and I would just help supply parts, and we would just do it together.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
And then we just give it away.
Maybe that's what we're doing with this car. You guys.
maybe everyone was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Now we're just theory crafting. We're just messing around.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as far as somebody asked earlier, is there going to be some racing at Fox at the Ford Takeover? I guarantee you, there's going to be racing.
There will be racing as long as we don't get rained out. And I have to just go ahead and say it because it's always a possibility. But yes, there's plans on doing some racing. So me and Neo are talking about some stuff right now, and we're trying to Calypso there, but I'm kind of torn on what to bring. So
bring them both, homeboy.
I mean,
tell Andrew to suck it up and trailer one.
Well, Andrew and my dad both are buying trailers like here in the next month or so. Andrew's supposed to be bringing his black car, and my dad said,
"Oh, he trying to gap, huh?"
Oh yeah. All right, let's see what Donnie B said.
A 525 with a stock -6 hanger line only does a little better than a 340. If you upgrade the line to -8, it'll be worth the wiring upgrade.
So
you already have -8.
All right, so check this out. Why don't you guys make us a custom hat with some -8 fittings?
Boom.
Done, right? That'd be something you guys could sell, Donnie B. Come on, hook it up, man. I'll buy one if you have it. But
I'm looking to get that stance. 4-lug 03 Cobras need wheel spacers. Oh boy. That's the stance guy. See right here?
Yeah.
Am I pointing in the right direction? He's like,
me?
Yeah. So yes, do I have to worry about them hub-centric spacers? Yes. You always want a spacer. If you can afford to get the good spacers, get them. You know, they're worth their weight in gold. You know, you can get the cheap ones and they use them, but
I can't argue with him because he's by the book here. So I don't run them, but should you? Yes, because if something happens to your stuff, then you're gonna be like, "Well, Brutal told me I didn't have to have them." But I've always looked at it like this: if you're not gonna be making any real power, you know, any like big power, you're not gonna be out there drag racing, whatever. But it's always best to use hub centric if you can. And remember, though, with the stud issue, you're not going to be able to run much spacer without going to a longer stud. But there are some shanked lug nuts out there that you can use in a pinch to get you some extra thread engagement.
I just sent a hold on.
Oh, look at that. Look at Donnie B. That would be.
That's why I brought that up there.
I swear, Donnie B, I bet y'all could sell. You could sell out of those things. Look, pair them with that new, what was that, 525 pump? What's that pump?
525.
Yeah, pair it with the 525 pump. Oh, dude, send me one. I'll put it in the car.
Me and Leach have been in talks about that. I think Leach was talking about, I don't want to give that away. He had some stuff that he was producing as well. Some old school tech stuff. So I'll leave it at that. I don't want to give his stuff away. But yeah, I mean, keep your eye on Leach Motorsports. He got some stuff coming up. Donnie B challenge accepted. So there'll definitely be some good racing going on at Ford Takeover. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to be at that track probably Friday after that. The dyno's usually during the day, during the evening, during the day, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'll probably go right to the track and just set the car up.
Yep.
Make a couple hits at the track, have a little fun or whatever, kind of joke around, trailer it. Probably just leave the trail there and lock it down. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get the Calypso and the Retro, but at the same time, if we get this car done, probably going to want to take it. So it'll probably be the Calypso and the Project Fox. Or if the Calypso doesn't work out like I want to, then it'll be the Retro in that car. So we'll see. I want to try to bring 2 cars if I can. But see, the Calypso's been the past 2 years. The Retro hasn't been.
I'm looking forward to see what Boomer's car runs. That thing is badass. That's Coyote Turbo, ain't it?
Yeah, that thing
is monster, bro.
Now we're bringing a nitrous small block car this year as well. And
how big of a shot to be disclosed?
Yeah.
You just gave me that street thug look. You were like, no, dog, I ain't telling you what kind of shot it is.
I'll tell you, but I can't put it out. I can't.
There's 6 solenoids.
Pills, dude. Pills out all solenoid.
If there's more solenoids than you can count on one hand, you probably should get back in your car and go home.
But it is honestly just a little small block Ford, and it's quick. It's something that you guys will absolutely want to see. I'll tell you that now. That car should be over here at the shop within the next couple of weeks, maybe month. We'll have that car over here doing overview. It's the car that is in my intro, the white Mustang. It's in my intro.
That car's badass, bro. That goes backwards, it goes forwards. That's badass.
It spins tires both ways, man.
Oh, man, that thing is badass, bro. I love white. I love white. I'm sorry, I'm be cursing over here. You mean that? Retro is my inspiration, man, and that Charger setup.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, guys, that was what I always wanted to do with the channel. That car is the epitome of what I want.
Right.
Everything else is just experimenting and playing and just seeing what we can do. That's my baby out there, though. Sorry if you thought it was you. Sorry if you thought you were my baby. Have I announced a color yet? I guess Neo's frozen again. No, I have not announced the color yet. Well, look, when Neo comes back on, hey, go get that thing out of the bedroom. You know that color?
What embarrassing. We good?
All right, you're back. Yeah.
We're good. So War Admiral's like, hey, you announced the paint color yet?
Behind the camera. She's gonna go get something. I'll go ahead and show you guys.
Uh-oh.
So this is the deal on the color. Judging by your thumbnail there, War Admiral, I think you'll like the color. I'll tell you that.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah. I'm going to go tomorrow to the paint shop, and we're going to play with another color, a Porsche color, and we're going to do some alterations to it. You know, got to make it my own. But I will show you a possibility here in just a second when she comes back with it.
What up, Frank Freestance? Good to see you, my dude.
What up?
Nathan Tuck in the house, one of my longest club member subscribers, man. I'll tell you what, dude, I appreciate you and everything you've done for the channel and the support. All that super chat, super stickers that we get here in live and that join memberships definitely helped me. And I know it's helped Brutal a little bit on his channel too, if not considerably so. I'll let him talk about that.
Oh, Lord, I got to wipe it all up. Dirty.
So, man, I appreciate you, Nathan Tuck. You've been one of the longest subscribers. Hello.
Memphis, you just going to sit there?
That's all right.
All right. This thing clamped up. I got to get it clamped up before I put it on camera.
Oh, here we go. Sean Inman. Andrew's car is my inspiration. The whole reason I'm trying nitrous.
Man, Andrew's little car works, dude. And I have pushed that car. There are so many different levels to this. I know you can't see me on camera, but there's so many different levels to all this stuff. And Andrew's car is that entry level, close your ears, badass setup that everybody.
That SHIT box.
Yeah. All right. You guys ready to see the color for the car?
Uh-oh.
I don't know what it's going to look like on camera, but
woo.
That is.
Man, that looks almost like a darker shade of gray, dark shadow metallic from a Cobra.
No, well, I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of does, but this is just a quick little spray. It's dull now, but this actually has a lot of different pearls in it to make it kind of flip. So it almost has that liquid. There you go, that liquid like metal kind of look to it.
Dude, that pops. So what are you going to do with the interior?
Leave it red. So I'm just going to leave it red and brighten it up, actually. So I'm going to come in with my little dye trick. And
are you gonna kind of maybe use the same kind of color ish to shade it in a little bit, like kind of mix it up a little bit?
You talking about on the interior?
Like maybe the inserts, a little bit of the dash, maybe some console pieces. You know what I mean? Kind of break it up. Maybe a black carpet.
Probably not, man. I'm just gonna go all just red. I love the red,
Man,
but I mean, possibly, dude. If Andrew's got a red steering wheel that I might get from him, and I might even do the bezel and all red.
Are you talking about is yours an airbag car?
No, it's a non-airbag.
Okay.
If you have an airbag car, I can pull the collar and all out of.
Well, I got one. If you need one, you can just have it.
That convertible that we got's airbag.
Oh, I want to show you something, dude. Red seats.
Hold up, bro. Where'd you get you hold out on me, man.
It's funny. It's like 10 feet from me, and you just look at. I'm sorry, man. You could definitely. Those probably aren't anywhere near. Probably not close to being as clean as yours are. I'm sure.
Well, my holes in.
Yours got holes in them. Well, these just need clean, but these been sitting in a garage for.
What other red interior parts you got there, Neo?
Man, we got some red interior. I mean, we don't sell red like I got red interior out the ass. It's just like the seats. Excuse my French. I'm sorry. I got the parts here, but the seats just never make it out real well here in Ohio. You know what I mean? They just get ruined.
Well, it's the same here. Stop! Don't do that. All right, we'll get her. I just want to leave it red. Stop, baby. Stop.
Do you ever think about dyeing it? I use the NPD. Let me show you. I use that NPD color coat. That stuff worked out really, really, really well. Me and cousin Paul used it. Because NPD sells the SEM trim paint can.
Oh yeah, that's all I use.
Yeah, right. Me too. The black, but they have medium red and canyon red and all the reds for.
Are you talking about for trim?
Just like the interior itself, the plastic itself. Like if you want to freshen it up, man. Let me tell you what, red pops strong when you redo the color.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I did with my dad's. Right. There's your
nice Smurfit.
Presidio is your match for
trim paint.
For I think Oakland. That. Hold on, I want to see here. Well, all I did, all I've got, which you guys know.
39143. Yep, 39143. That's all exterior. It's a black matte. Like a semi, like a matte,
Yeah. No, that's all I use is the SEM satin black on the inside. That is an absolute perfect match for your black console parts and things like that. I've tried to explain this to people for so long. They
have this one too, though, B. I don't know if you've tried this one. I see you on the 39143 though. I mean, that's all day and twice on Sundays, bro. But you need to try this with some black interior.
What is that?
Landau. It's 15103.
Called what?
Landau Black.
Oh, that may be what I have. I was trying to find it. Whatever I've got.
Care about that stuff.
Perfect match for the interior. I'm telling you, man, every time I spray that stuff, as long as the weather's right, it sprays and lays perfect. What's
up, pimp?
Hey, tell anybody that's curious about it. Seriously now, you're gonna have to go. So weather will kill the dye. You have to make sure it's not humid or it will turn powdery white on you.
That's right. That's right. Any water in the air. Me and Cousin Paul have to deal with that quite a bit here. That's why we built a couple big shelves just for interior restoration, to where, you know, during the spring and summer, it's nice out. You know, as soon as that paint hits like a sun or whatever, man, I'll tell you what, it changes the game for that paint. And I mean, if you prep that plastic correctly, dude, we use brake cleaner, bro. Like, I use brake cleaner with a green scrub brush or Scotch pad. You know what I mean?
A red Scotch Brite with isopropyl alcohol.
Yep.
It works. And when it dries,
gets all the oils off.
Yeah, it dries the actual plastic that you're spraying it on. It dries it out and turns it almost white, and then it accepts that dye and it just soaks it in. It just works. It just soaks right.
So what it's actually doing, what somebody told me that does restoration, is it's actually taking the plastic and opening its pores again, and it's getting rid of all the oils that's clogged it.
That's exactly.
So that's why you don't see it scratch very well.
Yeah. Well, another thing that a lot of people don't, I think, understand, you know, when they say, oh, well, you know, if I re-dye my interior, how does it hold up? Well, let me ask you this. How does it hold up like now? Because I don't think a lot of people understand your dash is dyed.
Everything is dyed. But it all came out like a real light gray tannish color. All of it. Look at the back of your dash. It's got, like, you can see where they stopped painting.
Exactly. Split right. So, yeah, I mean, it lasts, man. There's nothing wrong with dyeing it as long as you prep it, and it literally only takes seconds to prep that stuff to get it right.
Yeah, I mean, Cousin Paul does an amazing job. I don't know if he's still in here, but man, I started doing it years ago, and I kind of perfected it. And then when I hired my cousins to work with me and the other guys, I'm just like, you know, we just started using brake cleaner and alcohol, you know, Scotch Brites, you know, the greens and the reds, and you know, if you prep that plastic right, you can paint whatever and it even works on vinyl for the most part, but it really works good on plastic. Yeah. Even the console, you won't scratch it. I mean, it'll look good.
And it works good on your seats too. If you're trying to pull your seats back out a little bit, a lot of people are like, oh, I would never do that. Trust me. So your dyes are very translucent. They're not like a paint, obviously. And now I do this with red and black. I don't really do it a lot with gray. But you can take these red seats that are really dull, and you can mist a fine mist of some of that SEM red over the top of those seats and bring it back, and you will still see the different colors in the tweed interior coming through, but it'll ever so slightly brighten up your seats.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Got to be careful though, but it will absolutely do it.
Just dyed my interior today with SEM 86 charcoal interior, right? Because that's what that is. That's a charcoal gray. It's actually like it's like a really light faded black. Yeah. I tried the LMR black, but it looked faded and looked like crack. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is no cheap shot at LMR, because they do what they can do. LMR has their own formulas now, and they work with SEM, so they got their own paint going on. But like nothing, I've sprayed it all, and the cheap paint you buy at the Dollar Tree, all the way to this stuff. SEM trim is the only paint I'll ever spray.
That's it. And I'm with you on that. Look, I use Napa red for interior, and I use Presidio gray for the gray. There's different depending on the year model, but trust me, if you think you're just going to get on there and order a red or order a gray and it work, the best thing you can do is go to your local paint store and match it up yourself. Take a panel in there and match it up, man.
Let me tell you. Let me give another shout out. Now, NPD's been on the block for years, and they're probably one of the most detailed restoration shops that I've ever seen. They've laid out every possible color of interior in a spray can, SEM, and it's just like, it's perfect. It's like, oh, 84 to 86 Canyon red, 87, 88, 89 sand beige tan or whatever. And they have the can, and let me tell you what, it's all made by SEM, and I'm not, NPD don't pay me. I mean, I'd be lucky if I ever got mentioned with NPD, but I'm gonna tell you what, man, their paint, primo. Yeah. This is what I need to hear.
That's all I use, man, is the SEM stuff. I've been doing interior work for years. That is all I use, and I never have a problem with it. Guys, another trick when you're doing your interior is learn how to blend. You can do so much with things without actually like painting, right? Like you got to take your door panel off, take this off, and you just pour it to it. You'd be amazed at what you can do while your interior is still in your car. Like if you're just wanting a quick touch up, but you got to have the good stuff. The SEM is the stuff that you're going to want. This stuff just blends so effortlessly, man. It is beautiful what that stuff can do. Plus, Neo can vouch for this. The interiors in these cars are about 5 different colors anyway. None of that stuff matched up anyway.
No. God, I remember, man, I'm going to tell you what, bro. Let me get real with you. I remember going over, man, this is when, college money, ramen noodle diet. I remember going over and getting that $2 paint from freaking Family Dollar, bro. Holy crap, was that the worst thing I ever did.
I've seen so many people take gloss black and spray it. And, I guess in a sense, it looks like it's always Armor All. I get it.
I never heard somebody say that.
It's just not the way to do it. And there's a difference between paint and dye. You cannot scratch a dye off. It won't just scratch off like that. Dye soaks in to the plastic, and the paint just rides on top of it. Even that plastic paint, that fusion stuff, don't waste your money on it. Just go get yourself some SEM dye. Or Duplicolor, I think, does make some pretty good.
Yeah, they do. The Duplicolor. Now, we use a lot of Duplicolors for our engine paint, or like when we're we used to powder coat a lot of our parts that we did, but we got away from that because that's so time consuming, and the product was just expensive and it wasn't right. And so we got away from that. We started messing with the Seymour's. You ever heard of the Seymour's paint? Seymour's has a really good aluminum paint, like it's called same as cast or some shit like that. It's a great gray. Like if you ever look that up, it's cast blast or something like that. I don't know. The aluminum is almost perfect to the factory color. Yeah, New Ford gray is too, though. New Ford gray is too. It's real close.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine that used that. I've seen it. It does. It looks really, really good, for sure.
I fit 10 people in an '88 Cougar. What? That just changed the whole conversation. Cast blast. That's it. Cast blast.
Cast blast. Yeah.
Hey, look up Seymour's cast blast, man. That is the almost exact color as the intake and if you ever seen one like the intake and the valve covers from the factory or whatever. So.
Yep. Anyway. Yeah. I've got a couple things that I use that are really close as well. I think everybody's got like their favorite combo of stuff. He says, "Sorry, man, drinking."
I'm surprised old Brutal over here don't got him a drink in his hand right here. Am I pointing the right way?
I don't know. I can't see it. Oh yeah, I see. Cat pulled up, so all I can see is like you barely in the background back there.
Hey, buddy.
Look, I'm gonna go ahead and bow out, man. I'm gonna go and spend some time with the family.
Yeah. We're about to close it up. So it was a great chat. Setbacks are real, dude. We've all got them. I've had setbacks. I've had setbacks all weekend, and it's just like you guys will see the videos this week. I got the 3G alternator conversion in 60 seconds coming up.
Cool.
And what got before you head out? What you got coming up this week?
So we're going to be doing some more body work. That's where we're headed right now. I'm pretty passionate about paint, body work, things like that.
You get in that groove. I get it.
Yep. That's my thing. I love it, and it's almost therapeutic. So I really want to break it down for everybody, get them in the right state of mind, and try to inspire some people to get out there and do their own work. My goal is to show you something awesome that was done right here in this shop. Perfect, no, but something that I'll be proud of, and most people would be too, to do themselves. That's what we're going to be working on for the next couple of weeks. We're going to sprinkle in some other content as well. We're going to go out and beat the shit out of the Retro Fox here soon. So we'll be doing that. Me and Neo's got something, I guess, coming up. We need to talk, by the way.
I'll call you when I get done.
Yeah, sounds good. But yeah, just working on the car, doing some body work, doing some paint. I'm super excited about it. So hopefully that works out. And then we do this engine over here that we've got to figure out what we're going to do with that.
Cool, man. Sweet. I'll talk to you here in probably about 10 minutes. I'm going to do my final final protocol, and I'll holler at you when I'm packing up.
All right, sounds.
Appreciate you joining me tonight, man. It's always a good time, as usual. Appreciate you.
Enjoyed it. Thank y'all.
All right, guys. So there you have it, man. Didn't expect Brutal to come in, but you know what? Like I was telling you guys earlier, you know, when we live stream on top of each other and under time frames, it's okay. You know, it doesn't bother me that you watch any of the other live streams. I do appreciate when you do come to my live stream and stay for the watch time or whatever. But you know, that's why I'm invested in some of the software with StreamYard, because I wanted to be able to on point go ahead and invite some of these other people in to do a little bit of chat and make the chat a little more you know, a little more interactive or whatever. So I think you guys got a little bit from that. I appreciate everyone for joining us or whatever. So again, if you guys get a chance to check out that join button below for the memberships, Brutal's got it on his channel too. So if you want to support one or the other, it's all good, man. I do appreciate everyone who does support the channel. We got 3 videos coming up this week. I got the short 3G alternator video. So if you haven't done a 3G alternator conversion yet, probably want to stick around and check that out. We got the dyno video for Dad's car, which you guys are all excited about seeing, I'm sure. And I think I went on another pick. If you guys want to see that one this week, because we are going, I'm not going to give that away yet. I'm so behind on videos. Just be ready, because I got a lot of videos coming out, and even some shorter ones that show you some cool tech shit. So I really, really appreciate everyone for subscribing to the channel and being part of the channel, and you know, supporting the channel. So we are launching Neomustangs.com soon. I will announce that on the channel with the blog. If you guys follow the blog, I do a lot of blogging, like what I'm doing, and especially with the members. I talk a lot in the member chat that only members can see. So hey Neo, what's up from San Antonio? How you doing? So guys, I apologize if I'm getting off and some of you guys are, you know, getting off the stream, and some of you guys are, you know, just now getting on. So I do apologize for missing you guys. I try to stream in like this area that's going to catch a lot of the people on the West Coast and East Coast or whatever. So I do apologize. Sean, I really, if you guys got any questions, got about 3 minutes left. If you guys got any questions you want to hit me with tech-wise, or any questions about the channel and myself, go ahead and hit it. We got about 3 minutes. I love it when you both of y'all at the same time. So much info. Yeah. So I know I'm talking fast. I'm just trying to get it out. You know, I always appreciate Brutal's time. I actually have invited a couple other people to join me on chat. Never know who's going to be in my live chat. Never know who might join our live chat. Again, this is just, you know, it's a really good genre. We all support each other for the most part. I like the pick videos. Yeah, me too, man. They're my favorite. Pick videos are just kind of laid back. Hey, this is what I'm going to pick up, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? What's up, Alberto? So, like I said, this week we're going to have the 3G alternator thing. We got the dyno video. We got the pick video. I think we're going to bring that one out. And I got a short video, like one that I'm not going to waste your time on. How you can check your gear ratio without using any tools. So, Wyatt, only use RERP recommends. That's correct. How do you check for bent spindles? That's really more of a machine shop thing. I mean, it would be naturally just bent. You could just tell or whatever. Oh, I wanted to. You guys probably wonder why Dad's car is sitting on the lift. I didn't want to give it away earlier, but we had 3 major setbacks this past week. So I want to give a huge shout out to Cousin Paul for during the week when we were working on extra time. He ended up getting some things cleaned up and things fixed up so I can get the car ready for this weekend. Spent about 15 or 20 hours getting it prepped this weekend. So I'm tired as hell right now. So big major things, you know, wiring upgrades, pump upgrades, clutch upgrades, just to name a couple. I mean, there was other than that. There's a handful of things, and we're gonna go and, you know, we're gonna go and make some more power or whatever. So I appreciate that, War Admiral. If you guys get a chance to check out War Admiral 363 on Instagram, got a very large following. War Admiral Tom with War Admiral has got a very, very beautiful coupe. Probably one of the few that's very, very unique. So if you ever get a chance to check his stuff out, you need to check his car out for sure. But outside of that, guys, I appreciate you guys watching tonight in the live stream, checking in. Guys in the green, you guys are my club members. Guys, I appreciate your support. We got some things coming down in the pipe for a possible member-only live chat where it's just you in the live chat, you guys in the green. We can make it public. We can make it private. It doesn't matter what you guys want to do. We'll discuss about that here coming up this week. And it'll just be you guys interacting with me on the live chat or whatever. So outside of that, guys, I appreciate you joining the channel tonight. I appreciate everybody for popping in and listening to me ramble. It's always appreciated. So I'm always looking down because I'm watching chat and trying to look at the camera. So I will see you guys this week in my next videos. So shout out to Brutal for joining me tonight. Make sure you guys check out the Chocolate Fox coming up. Fox Resto, I think that's in May 14th or whatever. And about a month later, we're going to Ford Takeover. So we will be at probably both events. So I will see you guys soon in my videos. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.